Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome everyone to a historic Real Film Nerds podcast, episode number 400. Mike said it best just now off the air. The Real Film Nerds, the podcast that is too tough to die. I like your little reference to Tombstone there, Mike.
Yeah, I watched like a Wyatt Earp thing on Netflix that was really good, dude. It was like a dramedy thing, like real like history, but like dramatized.
Yeah, they like acted out.
Yeah, it was cool. I learned a lot about the different Wyatt Earp and the Cowboys and stuff and the saga, and it was fun, man. Fun show, fun watch.
So, Mike, 400 episodes, averaging 30 minutes each. I don't know. You do the math. What have you learned in 400 episodes of doing this podcast? Or actually 397 technically for you.
Well, I don't know how to speak very good. I can't pronounce anybody's name.
Anything positive?
Yeah, it's fun to go watch a movie every week.
That's always nice, but you would do that without the podcast.
I probably would, yeah. But now I feel that I have to go, even if I don't want to go or there's like something going on, because, you know, I'm a busy guy with many important things to do, but, you know, now movies are a priority. So I go see the movies and learn and watch stuff. Sometimes I watch stuff that I definitely would not watch if I was choosing or whatever. And, you know, other times I watch very, you know, things that I was like, well, maybe I'd watch this. So you never know. But so most of the time.
What are you blaming the choosing of the films on? Me? And that I pick films that you would never go see? Or is it just because that's the film that's the only one available that week?
I think it's just the films that are available sometimes, you know. Sometimes our pickings are slim on like what we're going to see, you know, like whatever's released. We're like, oh, I guess we're going to go watch this one. Like, I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head, but sometimes, you know, we go and watch some of these movies and you're like, oh, that was weird. But other times it's great, you know. So sometimes they're way better than you thought they were going to be, you know.
So what you're saying is you haven't learned anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, that's not true. Mike, you've built your confidence. Has it helped you in your work life speaking to the public? Public speaking. Yeah.
It might have, maybe. I don't tend to, I still don't have a lot of where I have to talk in front of crowds too much, but that could be changing. A lot of change going on with my current employer right now. So we'll see what happens. I might be shuffled up into a higher position, and with that, with great power comes great responsibilities, which means talking in front of people often.
Does that mean you're going to go on the radio too?
No, that does not mean I'm going on the radio. Why would I go on the radio here, man?
I don't know. Maybe you're famous there like me.
Oh, that's true. You are famous.
Yeah. Big fish, little pond. That's what I like to say here in good old P-Town.
P-Town? I thought that was Phoenix. Or is that P-H-Town?
That's whatever. You pick one. P-H-Town, Prescott, P-Dizzle. Whatever you want to call it, Mike. Arizona's Christmas City. There you go. We'll get in the spirit just for this review. How's that?
Oh, okay. Arizona's Christmas City. I love it. All right, dude.
So, okay, do you want to jump into this review, or have you talked enough about celebrating 400 episodes? Because is it something to celebrate? I mean, we don't even have 400 listeners. So
I think it's something to celebrate, dude. Like I said, man, it's the podcast Too Tough to Die.
Is it because we love it, or is it because we're too stupid to quit?
I think it's because we love it and we're too stupid to quit.
Got it. It's a combination of both. Got it. Okay, all right, Mike. I'll stop harassing you and embarrassing you and putting you on the spot. So this week, Real Film Nerds episode number 400, we're going to chat about something that I think is way too freaking early. I mean, we're not even December yet, and we're already talking about a Christmas movie. For fuck's sake, it's way too early. They could have waited a couple more weeks to release this, but whatever. I will never be in the mood for Christmas. Bah humbug. It's one of my most hated holidays. I just don't like it. Even when I was in the restaurant business, man, I hated it. You remember that.
Yeah, man.
Listening to Christmas music for a month straight in another language every day when you went to work. The same songs over and over and over. At least for you, in your days, you could hear them in English. I mean, shit.
It's true, man. Well, Matt, I have a confession to make. Because our schedule is so busy, I already hung the Christmas lights on the house. I just had to get it down.
That is awful.
Had to get it done. Because I figured if I didn't get it done now, it wouldn't be done until after Christmas.
So I bought my house in 2017, Mike. Do you know how many times I've put up my tree?
The fact that you have a tree is actually quite shocking. 3 times?
Not once. I have
So why do
not
you
put
have
up
a tree?
my Christmas
You just,
tree
like-
once.
Do you just drag it out into the living room? You're like, set up.
No, I just leave it in the garage where it belongs. I'm sure
Man,
there's
I think-
something living in that box by now.
I think you should bring the box into your living room and then just take a picture. All done setting up for Christmas.
Yeah, except for everybody would look at the picture and be like, what the hell happened to your living room? What happened? Where is your
No.
living room?
Just tight shot, Matt.
Tight shot. Just the box. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you know, I have like one of the best Christmas trees ever, Mike, because I have nothing but Star Wars ornaments. And I have a lot of them.
And I don't know why you don't set it up at least once, man. Like,
I don't have the room. My house is too small. I have too much shit in here. But even my lights that go on the Christmas tree are TIE Fighters and Yodas. And
Awesome.
the top was always an angel until one year for my birthday. My work gift, everybody at work threw in together and got me the Death Star topper, the Hallmark keepsake tree topper. That's the Death Star. It plays
Dude, that's
music
awesome.
and lights up and does all kinds of crazy ass shit. It was like $250.
Dude, you should at least get that out, dude, and just like plug that in because it's probably got like John Williams' Christmas Death March.
It does. It plays the Imperial March. Yeah, it does. And it lights up and changes colors and all kinds of shit. Yeah. Shit. You know what? I need to find that because I am curious if I left the batteries in it. I hope I didn't. That would be bad.
No, that would be bad. That'll ruin your circuitry.
Yeah, that's one of the bad things about having shit that needs batteries and all that, or has batteries already in it in the package. Anyways, okay, I will stop. I'm really, really off topic, but okay. So, Mike, for our
Not
first
really.
Christmas
It's Christmas.
movie, huh?
It's a Christmas movie. There you go.
Okay, so it's not super off topic, but we're talking about the brand new film just came out on Thursday/Friday. Red One, directed by Jake Kasdan. Mike, go ahead, break it down.
All right, like Matt said, it's directed by Jake Kasdan. It was written by Chris Morgan, and story was by Haram Garcia. Movie starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, J.K. Simmons, and after Santa Claus, codename Red One, is kidnapped, the North Pole's head of security must team up with the world's most infamous bounty hunter in a globe-trotting, action-packed mission to save Christmas.
All right, so I know you really don't want to talk much about this movie because you didn't like it. You didn't think it was very good. So we can just keep talking about Christmas and Star Wars if you want, Mike. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, so I didn't... This movie was... I was hoping this is going to be one of those movies that's kind of like... You know, we've talked about it before, Matt, like The Bad Good. like Friday the 13th. It's not a good movie, really. I mean, the first one actually is probably pretty decent, but like after that, they kind of get to be where they're just kind of bad good, where, it's going to be bad, but it's kind of, you like it.
Okay.
So I was hoping this was going to be kind of one of those goofy kind of bad good Christmassy movies. And no, it wasn't. I didn't really get it. Like, it just seemed like a bunch of stuff thrown together about different things. Like, I mean, I guess, Matt, did you enjoy the part? Well, I guess spoilers.
You can't spoil it yet, Mike.
Yeah, all right,
Jesus,
never mind.
Mike.
Never mind. I won't spoil it, but
Sorry, Christmas episode. Hey, Seuss, Mike.
yeah,
Better?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
so
little baby Jesus, Mike.
Gotcha. So I guess without spoiling it, there was some things, man. Like, I think it tried to do too much, tried to be too much of stuff. I don't know.
So
Just,
my thoughts, there's way too much going on. I agree with that.
yeah.
They have to do all this world building, which we can explain later.
Yeah.
They spent way too much time trying to do that. On top of the world building, they had to build the characters. They had to build all these things. They had 2 hours and 3 minutes, and it felt like it was a pretty good slog. There was just so much going on. And then for me, one of the biggest letdowns is there was just not a whole lot of humor in here. There was some, but not what I was expecting. Not with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, and J.K. Simmons. All pretty serious actors in their own right when it comes to action, but also all of them have some good comedic chops. And it just, I don't know if it fell apart at the editing room or if they just really tried to cram too much in there or what. But that was my biggest disappointment with this film, is it wasn't that funny.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that funny at all. So I'm trying to think of another like kind of goofy Christmas movie, but nothing's coming off to the top of my head besides.
Oh, dude, there's so many. Come on.
But Bad Santa is like, one of the ones I love, but like that one's really funny. Like, it's really dark in a lot of ways, really dark, but it's also just really funny. Like, just random crap all over. Makes fun of the holidays and stuff. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm forgetting the name of it already. We reviewed it last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I want to say it was Silent Night, but I don't think it was Silent Night. The one where Santa Claus turns out to, basically save the day.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, right? Or no, that's not right. That's the horror
Silent
movie.
Night, Deadly Night is the horror movie.
No, duh. I know which one you're talking about, dude.
One of these fucking years for Harvest Horror Fest, we got to do that, by the way. That movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I think there's been a couple remakes, actually.
I don't know about remakes, but they had sequels. They had like 6 or 7. But the original one was ruthless, dude. I remember watching it as like a young kid, like when it came out.
Oof.
Yeah, like 10 years old or younger. Well, it was before you and I were friends. I'll put it that way. That's
Okay.
how long ago.
All right.
But yeah, do you remember the film we watched?
It's not the Mel Gibson one, right?
No, not the Mel Gibson one. It was the one with the dude from Stranger Things, David. I'm forgetting his last name. Big dude.
Oh, yeah. The cop.
The cop. Yes, the sheriff from Stranger Things. Yes, I would look it up, but I don't want to make noise. I need to just get a new keyboard just for doing the podcast, but I don't want to do that. I love this stupid keyboard. But you know what I'm talking about. I really liked that movie, and that movie was campy and silly and action-filled and over-the-top and bloody and gory.
It was.
I really liked that movie. I bought that movie. That's how much I liked that movie.
David Harbour.
Yes.
And the movie's called Violent Night.
Violent Night. Damn it. See, I said Silent Night.
And it was 2022. So
yeah, 2 years ago. I really liked that. I thought that was a fun, really good, interesting Christmas movie. And it was basically Die Hard with Santa Claus. but I liked it. I thought it was cool. But you got the classics you got to watch every year, like Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story, all those. And then one that I don't think gets a lot of praise. A lot of people think it's dumb, but The Night Before with Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, you like that one, dude.
I like that movie. I think that movie is fucking ridiculous. I think it's hilarious. It's a big stoner movie, but I still think it's funny. I have always liked that movie. Anthony Mackie's in it. Anthony Mackie, Seth Rogen, and then what's his face? You can do it, Mike.
Kal Penn?
No. The dude from
Jonah Hill?
Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh,
No, I don't think Jonah Hill was in it at all.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah. He was in Roseanne too. He was in a bunch of
Yeah. Can't think of his name
He's
right
a very
now.
good actor.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He was hilarious in it too. Anyways, it doesn't matter. That's one that I really like that I watch every year for Christmas movies. That one, Violent Night, Christmas Vacation, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I mean, you can't not watch that, for Christmas.
Right, that's very, very much a Christmas movie.
Anyways, so Red One is not one of those films. It's not going to be a classic.
No, Elf. Do you watch Elf? Do you like Elf?
Yeah, you got to watch Elf. Elf is a classic.
Okay.
Amazing. Jon Favreau. That was back when Jon Favreau was still trying to make a name for himself, and so was Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I think that was more towards the beginning of when Will Ferrell was transitioning out of SNL to two movies.
Yep, he was still in SNL, but that was one of his first big hits, as a actor in a film. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I watched that. I watched some other movies. Megs has some movies that that she likes watching, so we watched those.
Let me guess, they're all the lovey-dovey feely ones, right?
Some, yeah.
What's that one that all the women love? Holiday?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, she likes The Holiday. There's Love Actually.
Love Actually, that's the other one. Yep.
Yeah.
God.
While You Were Sleeping is one that she really likes. It's a Sandra Bullock movie that I don't think a lot of people know is really a Christmas movie. Die Hard. She loves Die Hard.
Oh, all right. Well, Die Hard, we always have to watch Die Hard. That's a given. But yeah, no, I am just grateful that I will never have to watch that shit ever again for the rest of my life.
Die Hard?
No. The lovey-dovey romantic bullshit movies.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've said it on the radio, and I'll say it here, Mike, publicly. I'm never dating again, ever. I'm done.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
I think it's the best course of action, don't you? I missed my window, so I'm done. I'm going to have my motorcycle, my Jeep. That's it. That's all I need. My off-road vehicles.
Yes. How many vehicles do you own again, Matt?
If you add the motorcycle in, 4, all right?
How many drivers are there, Matt?
I can only drive one at a time, Mike, but I feel like I could drive all 4 at once.
Got it. Okay. Moving on.
You're just jealous you don't have a backyard full of cars.
That is right. That's correct. I wish I had a backyard full of cars.
Hey, and they all run.
Yeah, well, I'd love taking care of them. New tires for all of them. Oil changes all the time. Love it.
That's legit. Well, you don't drive them all the time, so you change. I change the oil in them once a year, except for the Pilot. The Pilot gets changed on the regular because that's the daily driver. Everything else once a year.
All right. Okay.
Anyways, Michael, I'm getting quite thirsty with all this talking.
Oh, yes. Matt, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Oh, thank God. I was not sure if we're ever going to get to it, Mike. 20 minutes in, we got to it. We did it. I'm not drinking anything fancy. I just have a Shiner Bock because I have a bunch of them still in the fridge. So it's good beer,
Okay.
though. Good beer.
All right. Yeah, I still have a couple of the pumpkins from Aldi, and they're just called pumpkin. So Aldi pumpkins. I'm drinking one of those. It's tasty. It's a little, sweet, but it's good.
So, we've talked about it. We might get an Aldi here. Are you going to fly out and celebrate the opening of Aldi here? I think
Sure,
you should.
man. Sure, yeah.
Probably be a couple years still, honestly. But anyways, all right, Mike. Well, now on to your favorite part of the whole podcast, questioning, I guess you would say. Is this topical?
Yes.
It is. Mike, what is this week's just incredible dad joke?
I got dad jokes, I don't think they understand though. Gotta think I'm funny, other people never laugh though. Dad jokes.
All right, Matt, you're going to love this one. Why did the movie Red One get a standing ovation from Santa?
Oh, Jesus, dude. Really? You made a dad joke off of a movie that just came out? Because it was terrible? I don't know.
Because it was really wrapped up nicely.
No, well, I guess. Jesus.
He's closing his eyes and looking down. So it was a great one, everyone. It was a great one.
Absolutely fucking incredible. Best dad joke ever. Oh, Mike. Okay, all right. Now I can ask the question that I screwed up on, and hopefully I edited it out by this point. Mike, how does Red One relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, Matt, love this one because we got Chris Evans in it, who is Steve Rogers, or Captain America in The Avengers. Captain America, the first Avenger. Captain America Civil War, Avengers Age of Ultron, lots and lots of movies. So, anyway, I just wanted to, yay, an easy one.
America.
Yeah, Captain.
Okay, all right, Mike. So I don't know. I guess we should keep talking about this movie, even clearly both of us would rather talk about other things in this movie. Now we're in spoilers, so spoil Red One?
Okay, I think I had a hard time with the whole, like, Santa Claus needs protection thing, like, one of the basic things of the story. It just, I don't know, there were times where it just didn't, and I guess he's not supposed to, because The Rock's trying to quit. It seemed like he didn't care, like, about his job. Which I guess is right, and I guess makes him a pretty good actor, because he's not supposed to really care. But then he cares a little bit. Like, it's... I don't know, man. I just had a hard time with pretty much most of the movie. Like...
Pretty much most of the movie.
I like the Krampus stuff a little bit, but then it was like, why did we even do that? Like, I don't know.
So
I don't know.
One thing I liked was how Santa Claus was a badass. I like how they explain that he's basically like a ninja and has to work his ass off all year, like 364 days a year, to be able to deliver the presents that fast. And he has like ropes and all kinds of crazy ass shit getting the presents through as fast as he can. I've never seen that before for Santa Claus. I thought that was great. But with him being such a badass, like ninja assassin kind of guy, you're right. He wouldn't need a security guard. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense because he was literally lifting more than The Rock was.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like that scene was weird too, because they literally kind of set up, hey, Santa's got to work out and make sure he's in good shape to be able to, do all this stuff. And I don't know. It was just, I kind of like the opening scene where he's like a mall Santa,
Yeah,
but
that
it's
was
really
great.
him. I
Yeah.
actually thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was, he's like, yeah, there's nothing like juices you up. And I was like, I thought that was kind of like a little nice little thing.
No, I thought that was fun. What'd you think about the U.S. government clearly knowing about Santa Claus existing and having an F-22 fighter escort?
Seems pretty ridiculous to me. I don't know. I believe a lot in this kind of stuff, but it just seemed too far-fetched for me. It's hard for me to fathom, but whatever.
A lot of people were criticizing that they had to get the military complex into the film. It's like, that's not what it is.
No.
I think it was interesting that the government knew about this other fantasy realm and this other fantasy world, but kept it quiet from the rest of the world. I kind of like that. But dude, there was just so much they had to build. Like so much. And they spent the first good hour doing that. Like explaining the North Pole and explaining where Santa came from and who's Santa related to. And the witch, like Grinda or whatever, Grilda or
yeah.
Grinda. I have no clue. Is that like a history thing? Gryla.
Dude, I have no idea either, man. And that seemed like it was a lot. It was a lot. It
was just
seemed
a
like
lot.
it could have been a little simplified, man. Like,
well, and then there's this secret government organization run by Lucy Liu as well. I mean, there was just so fucking much going on, dude. I think that's one of the biggest issues with this, other than the fact that they spent $250 million making it. And opening weekend, they took the top of the box office. Did you see that? 36 million?
Yeah.
At that rate, they are never going to pay that money back.
No, they're not going to pay. This was a loser.
Yeah. And I mean, it looked good. The CGI and everything looked really good. But I mean, do you think The Rock and Lucy Liu and Chris Evans demanded like $50 million each or something?
I don't know. I mean, The Rock could do that. Chris Evans probably could do that, but I don't think the other two could.
I like J.K. Simmons, man. He's a fantastic actor, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying anything bad about J.K. Simmons. I'm just saying he probably wouldn't get the same rate.
Sure, right. But, all right. So, overall, Mike, people should not go see this.
No, especially with the cost of the movies and stuff, man. I don't know about you, but my movies have gone up. Like, starting in October, they, like, spiked them. Like, it's getting more expensive.
So it makes more sense to join MoviePass?
Probably.
I haven't used MoviePass in a bit, but yeah, I get one and a half movies a month for $10.
Yeah, that's cheap, dude.
Well, but I pay about $10 to go see a movie.
Okay. Well, still it's cheap. Mine's getting expensive, dude.
What's a movie ticket for you now?
I think it's like 13.
Yeah, that's getting up there.
So
what you're saying is we're going to have to stop going to the theaters, Mike.
No.
Especially with your new huge raise, man. You should be buying me movie tickets.
I should.
You're the man. You're the best, Mike. So, okay, all right. Anything else you want to add about this movie? I mean, my mom, okay, I talked about it with her podcast, which we already recorded, which is odd. Normally I record it after us. But she thought this was going to be more like a Christmas kids movie, and she was very disappointed in that. And I'm like, there's nothing in the advertising that says it's a kids movie. It's rated PG-13.
Right. I mean, it might have been better as a kids movie. I don't know, dude. It was just... It seemed like it was just too much going on. That's the biggest problem. There's too much. They tried to do too much. They obviously had the budget to do it. They had a lot of special effects, but just, when the story doesn't work, man, everything else fails.
It's true. We've discussed that many, many times. The story is always number one. But I don't know. I mean, I thought this movie was just okay. I liked the world building. I just think there was way too much going on in the film, and I wish there was more humor. I think the acting was fine. I think the CGI was fine. The cinematography was fine. Nothing special. Overall, I say if you're not going to go see Gladiator 2 this coming week, then maybe see Red One, but that's up to you guys. I don't know. I still think it's too early for a Christmas movie.
I'm with you a little bit, but I mean, I can see why they release it. You release it now and let it hopefully have legs. And like, if nothing else is really coming out that's Christmassy, people will probably just go watch it. And so, like, it might not do great the next few weeks, but it'll do better than it would have in a shorter amount of time, if that makes sense, you know? Like,
Well, and they can leave it in the theaters all the way up to Christmas, if not past
Yeah,
it, if
yeah.
they want to.
yeah, well, I don't think there's a bunch coming out. So this is a weird year. Like, it seems like the end of the year is just kind of like, hey guys, we ran out of money. Remember there was that strike, and then we delayed some things, and well, yep, there's nothing coming out this year.
Dude, well, there's Gladiator 2 and there's Wicked, which I have zero interest in Wicked. But we're going to go see Gladiator 2. Now, I don't know if we're going to do it for the podcast or not, because, Mike, do you want to tell our listeners that we're probably not doing an episode next week?
Yeah, we're probably not doing an episode next week because Thanksgiving stuff. I'm traveling.
Mike's going to be in Arizona. Woo!
I'm actually going to visit Maddie Cakes, and I don't know if we're going to... I got my family. I don't know if we're going to have time to be able to try and pod. We might not, but I guess if we did anything, it'd probably be Gladiator 2, so...
Yeah,
Maybe.
I already said I'm going to go see Gladiator 2 on the radio, so
All right.
I'll let you
I'm
know how
a
it is.
little I'm a little scared of Gladiator 2 because it's like Gladiator 1's so awesome. I don't think you need to make a sequel.
No, it doesn't need a sequel, but they have a pretty good cast, and Ridley Scott's directing it again, but
I know, but
doesn't
Here we
mean
are.
anything.
yeah. It doesn't mean anything. It's like, yeah, I mean Denzel, I'm sure it'll be great.
Pedro Pascal, dude, I love Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
man.
I'm
He's
sure
awesome.
Pedro do awesome job. He's on fire. He's got all kinds of stuff going on lately.
He's making the money. He's making lots and lots of money. He better get
Yeah.
it while he can.
Yeah.
But we'll see, dude. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go see it on Thursday. I'm gonna talk about it on the radio. So
Yeah. I just worry that it's going to tarnish the Gladiator like series, like which could have just been one.
yeah, it shouldn't have been a series. It should have just been Gladiator, and that's it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm worried about. It's
Are you
like,
gonna? I kind of want to watch the original again before I go and watch it in the theaters.
Oh, it's so good. It's I think it's on some of the streaming. You have it, I think.
I'm
too.
sure I own it. Yeah. Why, Mike? I typically own most of the big films that I enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so much, dude. I wanted to name Flynn Max after Maximus.
Maximus. Oh, dude, you totally should have named him Maximus. That would have been fucking tits. Although Max would never have let that go.
I was shut down on that.
Maximus. Maximus. Oh, dude, that could have been your ringer for him when he's an adult. That would have been great. I love it. So,
Yeah.
all right, Mike, you got to go to bed. We've talked enough. Red One is a hard pass for you. For me, it's a maybe if you don't really have anything else to watch. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was terrible. But I think I will shock you with my rating. My rating is higher than my mom's. But I give Red One 3 out of 5.
Dude, you do shock me.
Yeah, I thought it was just okay.
Yeah.
3 is an average. That's a C.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm busting out of 2 reels for this one, man. It just, I don't know. I think I was expecting more. So maybe it was just my unattained expectations that are dissuading my recommendation, but it is what it is, man.
Dude.
Two out of 5 reels.
Me, you, and my mom, all 3 of us expected more. She lower than me. She gave it a 2.5. She really just did not like it, which is odd because my mom loves going to the movies no matter what, just to get out of the house. She doesn't really care how bad it is. As we've seen in recently, she rated some really bad movies a lot higher than they should have been. But anyways, it doesn't matter. So next week, no podcast. If we do one, it'll probably be Gladiator 2. I'm not sure what we'll do the week after, but we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. But Mike, congratulations on 400 episodes.
Thanks, Matt, and congratulations to you, dude.
Alrighty. Well, I'm all done unless you got anything else, sir.
Nope, that's it. Everybody, if we don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you in December for whatever's coming out, and I don't know. So, things. All right. Well, make sure to follow us on socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. 400 episodes down.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Welcome, everyone, to Ma Hinshaw Has Lost All Her Cookies, episode 90, Red 1. Good morning, Matt. How are you doing this lovely, bright morning?
Are you drunk?
No.
You're just mentally ill. That's why you've lost all your cookies.
I may go make a gin fizz if I had something to fizz. Anyway.
Why have you lost all your cookies? You're not even to episode 100, Mom. And Mike and I are hitting episode 400 today.
Wow. Yeah, I shouldn't be. Well, it's Thanksgiving. I always lose my cookies at Thanksgiving time because I have to buy stuff to make pumpkin pies and pecan pies and pumpkin bread and food. And I always go crazy.
It's not Thanksgiving until next week.
Oh my gosh, it's that soon? Now I'm really going to panic. Oh well, it's the way it goes. Next week. Oh my goodness.
Which reminds me, I don't know if we're going to have a podcast next week or not.
You know, that might be a thought.
I mean, we're still going to go see Gladiator, but.
Absolutely, I am too.
Well, there you go. We just spoiled it. But yeah, we're going to go review Gladiator 2 next week because it comes out this Thursday or / Friday. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to have a podcast next week because Mike won't be available to podcast.
No.
So we might not have a podcast next week at all, which is fine.
That's fine. We can have a vacation.
Mm-hmm. We're still going to see Gladiator. So tune into Lisa on Friday, November 22nd from 9 until 10 on kyca.info or on Vimeo or whatever, 1490 AM. And you can hear us talking about Gladiator 2.
Absolutely.
So, okay, Mom. So you saw Red 1. I saw Red 1. You said you hated it. It was absolute trash, but you still gave it a high rating. So explain yourself, please. Ready, set, go.
Well, I didn't think it was utter trash, but part of it made me feel very sad. But anyway, one thing that bothered me was the boy that played Chris Evans' son. I couldn't even find out what his name was, and I Googled it. You know his name?
It's on IMDb. It's Wesley Kimmel.
Well, Wesley did a very good job, and I thought he was good, and no one even said anything about him. But anyway, that was something. I mean, it was okay. It was, I think kids in the 12-year, 13 in their age range would very well relate to it because his dad was terrible dad and wasn't going to give him any attention, etc. And I thought that part was very good, but it was kind of a slow going, kind of a lot of it. I don't know. I had several snores, and I will admit it, I did. I know that, they kidnapped Santa, and The Rock, he was The Rock. He's always The Rock. I mean, he's just who he is. I don't think he ever does anything much different. Chris was really, there were some funny lines, and he was good as the crook father who was a crook or whatever and did bad things. But I thought it was weird where the Christmas witch had kidnapped Santa, and I don't know. I didn't care for. I can't think of the guy's name, but Santa's half brother or something.
No, not half brother. Brother, it's Krampus.
Krampus. Okay.
How do you not know Krampus? You haven't watched Krampus? It's a horror movie. It's a Christmas horror movie. It's one of Mike's favorites.
I hate cramps, so why would I watch Krampus?
Well, Krampus isn't about having cramps.
I understand that. No, you mean I need.
If you're having cramps, Mom, then you maybe should go sit on the toilet.
No, I was talking about when I was younger, and you always had cramps every month. You know that one.
Yeah, well, Mom, but you haven't had to deal with that in at least 50, 60 years.
No, not that long. Well, quite long, but not that long. Okay. But anyway, Krampus was really, really scary, and it was weird. I mean, it was just weird. And I will say, I really resented the weapon that I can't think of the witch's name either, but the weapon she used. How dare you use the snowballs? How dare you?
Snow globes?
Yes.
Well, that was the thing. It was a magical snow globe that if you touched it, you got entrapped in it.
I know.
That's why she didn't invent it. She was just using it, and she made a machine to replicate it. Did you sleep through this movie too? My Lord.
No, I saw it, but shame on her. You don't give snow balls, globes, whatever you want to call them.
Well, balls are the things you throw.
Globes. Okay, globes.
Snow.
There. What do you call them?
Snow
globe.
things? Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, no, that's terrible. I have a snow globe collection.
At least you didn't call them balls now. Why do you have balls on your mind? What is wrong with you?
I'm old.
Well,
I
yeah.
forget. Okay. Well, anyway, I feel sad that was a weapon, and that if you touched them, it
wasn't a weapon. That's what she was doing to punish everyone that was naughty on the naughty list.
I know. She was.
It wasn't a weapon. It was punishment.
Well, to me, it was kind of a weapon, too.
She was just punishing naughty people.
Well, she could
Seriously, were you drunk?
She could spank with nasty
Mom,
spoons.
are you taking over-the-counter drugs illegally?
No. Over-the-counter drugs. Oh, Lord. That's good. Anyway, no, it was unique, but I hope it doesn't scare all the children so that when they come to Gaga's house and they're scared to play with my snow globes. Okay.
Some bitch is rated PG-13. Little kids should not be going and watching Red One.
There's my point. No one should take their little kids.
It's rated PG-13. If people don't know how to go by television ratings, then it's on the parents.
Well, yeah. And do you think that they really follow the rating system?
No, because they all took their 2- and 3-year-olds to Deadpool.
There you go. See, I'm just
you're the generation that made us. So who's to blame here?
I don't know. I didn't ruin anybody. No.
We don't have time to go into why I'm broken and Heather's broken and Meredith's broken and Marcus is broken and Michael is broken and Andrew is broken. And I'm sure one day Janice will be broken too.
Oh, heck no. She's not going to be broken.
With Frank as your dad? I don't know how she hasn't killed herself yet.
Oh, gosh. Well, whatever. Anyway. Nope. I think this is a okay movie for.
Wait, hold on. You said it was crap, and now you're saying it's okay. Which one is it?
Well, it's sort of okay, but it didn't make me happy. Okay, there you go.
Well, then
All
why
right.
did you give it such a high rating? Who is this movie for then? If it's who should go and watch this movie, and should they go watch it in the theaters? And was there any nudity?
I don't believe there was any nudity unless I was sleeping at the time.
Wait, hold on. How many times did you fall asleep? See, you did fall asleep during it. See, I knew it.
I know I did several times, and I haven't with the other movies I've gone to lately, but I did with this one.
You might have missed The Rock and his large genitals.
No way. I don't think so, but that's just me. No, I mean, it was sort of okay. I mean, but if I was a grown up, I probably wouldn't really be real excited about going to it, but you might have to go with your kid, and it's tough, get through it, folks. There you go. That's my final word.
So should people go see it then in the theaters or not?
Yeah, because the cinematography was cool. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. I don't think it was, earth-shakingly fantastic, but it was good. It was okay.
All right. So how many Christmas cookies do you give Red One? See, I changed it. You said biscotti or whatever the hell it was on Friday. It's a Christmas movie. You're doing candy cane cookies or Christmas tree cookies or something Christmassy.
Or snickerdoodles. I love
hell.
snickerdoodles.
Well, then why don't you ever make them? You've never
I don't
made
know
them.
how. I've
ever.
never had them. I got to look up a recipe on
There's
Google.
a thing called the internet.
I know. I said I need to Google some cookie recipes. There.
Jesus.
Anyway, I give it 2.5.
See, a movie you did not like, you give it 2.5, but everybody should go see it anyways, even though you don't see Chris Evans or Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Who? What? Yeah. Well, Chris Evans, there's some funny lines in it, and it's worth a watch if you have kids and you want to keep them entertained for 2 hours or so. Okay? There you go.
Okay, so we already talked about what we're going to watch next week, right?
Right.
Gladiator 2, Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal. Do you even know those names?
I know Denzel. Pedro, I'm not positive if I know him.
Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
And he's in The Last of Us, and he's in a bunch of stuff. He was in that movie with the one you really like with Nicolas Cage, who plays Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I love
That's Pedro.
him.
That's Pedro Pascal.
I love him, and he better. Oh yeah, we'll see lots of his abs, etc. At least I hope so.
Oh
What?
Lord, what did
I'm
do?
looking forward to Pedro's abs. Okay.
All right, are you done?
Yes, I'm finished.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for a Christmassy episode of Ma Henshaw Loses Her Cookies, or has lost her cookies, or I don't know what else to say there. Because, I think she's lost them a long, long time ago. But anyways, check in with us next week. We probably won't have a podcast, is what I'm thinking, because Mike probably won't be around. But listen to us on the radio, because we'll talk about it on the radio. So if not, we might do a doubleheader the week after. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks again, everyone, for listening. Chat with you maybe next week, maybe not.
Bye.